I am with my very first video, I should say. It's not the very first, but it's actually the first one that I'm gonna be talking to you and sharing tips. Of course, it had to be about something that a lot of friends ask me about. Traveling with kids. What do you do with them? Airplane, like what do you do to entertain them? What is the easiest way to go? We have a long, very long flight every time we travel to Brazil. You know, it's for me now I have to take 3 and one of them is a 10 hours flight. So yeah, we gotta be prepared for them, you know, with kids. Anyways, I just want to share with you things that I've learned to be very helpful when traveling with kids. Of course, if you're going overseas, it's a whole nother level of challenge with a kid because you have, you know, a very long flight usually. But I hope these tips are just helpful for anyone who is traveling with kids, no matter where you're going. Okay, so I hope you like it, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It is just the beginning, so I really need your support here. Just press the little button down here and just subscribe and support the channel. Okay, thank you so much, and let's get into it. So tip number 1. A lot of people think that it's really hard to travel with an infant, but let me tell you, it is not as tough as you think. It's actually a lot more difficult when they become like crawlers and they want to walk, you know. So make sure that if you really want a trip that you can sit down and not being running around, travel with them as soon as you can. Tip number 2, try to travel at night. Nighttime is usually the best way to go with kids. It doesn't matter if they're infants, toddlers, or if they're older. If you go at night, they're usually going to be really tired, and so it's going to be easier for them to sleep and let you get some rest too. I know a lot of kids have trouble with airplanes, especially because of their ears, but that's something you really cannot avoid. I mean, if they're going to have problem in the morning, they're going to have problem at night, but usually at night they're more prompt to go to sleep. And so like we've done day flights with Pietra, especially like overseas flights, and don't do it. Don't do it. Like take advantage of the time of the day that they are the most tired, and that's usually at night time. So yeah, travel at night as much as you can. Tip number 3. So talking about those horrible ear pains that those little ones get. The best thing that you can do is to feed them when the airplane is taking off and when you're landing. If they're not eating anything, or if they don't want it, if it's not time for it, use the pacifier. It also helps. If they're older, you can always give them a snack or water. You know, just always take a sip cup with you with, you know, some liquid in it so they can suck on it when you're taking off and landing. It's really the best thing you can do to help them to not have those horrible pain in their ears. Okay? Tip number 4. So this is especially for those trips that are short in time. So we tend to think actually that we need a lot of things in an airplane with a baby. Well, you really don't. If you, especially with short time, with short flights. And the reason why I'm saying this is that it's really hard to be with your baby and carry a bunch of stuff. That's really what makes you tired. You know, it's not the trip itself sometimes. It's really just to get in and off the airplane. And if you have like flight connections, if you're going, you know, if you're taking more than one airplane to get to your destination, that's even worse. So try to make things to bring just what you really gonna use. And I am planning on doing a video on what you should bring for babies and for infants and for toddlers. So hang in there, I will have that for you. Yeah, just don't think like you have to take your home with you. You really don't, especially if you're breastfeeding and the baby is just a baby. It's just an infant, because you don't really have to entertain them, and their food is with you, right, all the time. It's ready. So make sure to not bring a lot of stuff with you. It's just gonna make the trip really tiring for you. Tip number 5, and this one is one of my favorites, okay? try to book your trip with an airline that does not have seat assignment. And I know this sounds crazy because a lot of people hate this, but I love it, and I'll tell you why. So if you have 2 or 3 seats available in the airplane and they are spread out, then there's really nothing you can do. It's hard for you to make people move around to make room for your baby. But if you're traveling with an airline, and I will tell Southwest is my favorite because they don't have that. So if you're traveling with Southwest, let's say, and you go in the airplane and there's just 1 seat available or 2 seats available, let's say, you can take it. You can take it because it's not assigned to anyone. So I think this is really helpful. I've been traveling with Southwest since I found out about this. So yeah, this is my my last but not least tip for you. I think it's gonna make your life much easier. Just make sure you get to the gate as soon as you can, and of course be on time. But other than that, you should be fine with no seat assignment flights. Alright guys, so these are my 5 general tips. I am planning on doing videos about what to bring for infants, what to bring for toddlers, and especially for traveling far away with them. So I really hope you liked these tips. I hope it's helpful for you. Again, if you have any comments or suggestions or questions, just leave them down below and I'll make sure to read them. And please subscribe to the channel. I always ask for it because it's really the way I have to keep this channel going. So please go ahead and subscribe. I love to have you all here, and thank you again for being here. I really appreciate you watching me. Bye bye.